Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome back to the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex here in beautiful Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. For the first games of this spring, the spring showcase will bring you all weekend long between the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite and the Valley Forge Minutemen. Opening faceoff controlled by Valley Forge. Sent into the Penguins zone. Your starting lineup for the Pens Elite. In net, the Squish Tender. At forward, it looks like we have Landon Bloom and Ryan Lohr, along with Ryan Schweitzer. Getting new numbers down pat here, folks, as we're playing in some practice unis, so kids won't have their regular numbers. The defense was Danny Foster, starting with, I believe, Lucas Zachy out there. Zachy defends that play as Kumnik picks it up in the pen zone. He plays it up, looking for Schweitzer. It skips past him. Goldberg will chase it down in the corner, but we'll have the first icing of the game just under a minute in. 14:04 to play in period number one. Well, the face-off to the left of the goaltender Squish. Goldberg wins it back. Picked up by, I believe, Baru. He's able to clear the zone out to center. Valley Forge will look to set it up there. Valley Forge in bright gold today. Most of them with the Valley Forge pants. You'll see some mismatched things here, some mismatched uniforms, as it is spring hockey. Full uniforms not in, so the teams will wear their practice unis. Valley Forges will be gold. It looks like they'll have dark helmets, mostly blue. Dark pants. The Valley Forge pants will have the blue pants with the gold stars down the side. Your Pens Elite will be in their black practice unis. Many of them with 3-digit numbers. Some of them are tryout uniforms as well. Body there by Valley Forge at center. Kicked in towards the Pens line. Broken up on the play by 720. 720 is going to be Dino Foligno. He's able to work it up. I believe that's Foster out to center. He looks to send a pass into the Valley Forge zone, giving chase there. I don't know who 75 is. I don't see him on my roster. Centering pass kicks all the way through. Foligno will gather it at center. He plays it across for Foster. Foster has, it looks like Bloom tipping it into the Valley Forge zone. Kicks off to this side, following on, I believe, Dixon. He's got some flow. He'll be easier to find. I think he's 6'12", I believe. I'm sorry, that's Finn Bowen. Finn Bowen with the flow. I'll get the names down pat. Pens with the puck in behind their own net. It's Kumnik off the boards looking for Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Bloom. I'm sorry, that was Lohr. Then Bowen. Bowen stays on it at the blue line. Able to kick it into the Valley Forge end and center a pass. Cut off by the Valley Forge defense. Sent right back out past the line. Gathered in by the Pens and sent right back into the Valley Forge zone. It'll be Bloomer in after it. Bloom in behind the net. Forces the turnover to Lohr. Lohr in the corner. He's defended off nicely by a Valley Forge defenseman who tries to clear the zone, but it's kept in by Kumnik. His first attempt to dump it in a corner fails, but he skates right into the puck. He'll fire one off a skate, pops free to Lohr. Lohr's shot blocked out front. Bowen tries to send it through, and that's stopped as well by the Valley Forge defense and sent all the way back down into the Pens end. It's icing if it's far enough, and it is 11:53 to play period one. A 0-0 tie here from your home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, practice home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. A little pre-Penguin action for you as the Pens will be on the ice taking on the New York Islanders coming up here at 3 o'clock today. Face off in front of the Valley Forge zone. Shot comes in. Rebound there. Tipped into the Valley Forge goaltender, and the Pens test him early. Trying to get the replay set up for everybody. It looks like Goldberg out there with Baru. And is that maybe Schweitzer? No, that's not Schweitzer on the outside. I'll have to figure out who that one is. I do have the roster, but it is difficult. That's Vickers in the corner. He's able to get it back to the point for Zachi. His shot blocked, but it kicks right down to the feet of Vickers. Valley Forge able to pop it off his stick and come the other way. That's cut off by Foligno. Foligno tries to hit Schweitzer on the wing, but it's taken by Valley Forge, and they'll bring it right back into the pen zone this time. Setting it all the way back to the point. Baru with the pressure. Valley Forge will settle with dumping it into the corner. Centering pass. Cut off nicely by the Pens defense. I believe Goldberg, and he'll send it up to center off the stick of Bowen, but he gathers it in on his backhand, cuts back to the middle. He's got help to the outside. He finds him. It's Baru wrapping it in behind. He keeps back to the other side, centers one. It's in front and covered nicely by the Valley Forge goaltender again. Pens with another nice scoring chance there. Face-off will come to the left of the Valley Forge goalie. Looks like some of you have already subscribed as the numbers have come up. We got 7 of you live on TV right now. Please take a moment to subscribe to Cinnamon Swirl Television. We'll remind you again later if you forget. Popped into the end by the Pens. Pressure coming there. I believe that's Schweitzer. Kept in at the blue line by Foster. Foster to Schweitzer. Comes free to the blue line again. And hammering one towards the net. There for the rebound! And a tuckaroo is my main man, Enzo Vickers, on the shot from the point. Hammering that one towards the net was 6'19". I believe that's Dixon. It is Dixon. He can fire a puck. So that goal's going to be Vickers from Dixon. Oh, can I catch the replay? I had the replay hidden, folks. Sorry about that. Didn't catch it. It's going to be from Dixon and Foster. So Vickers with the rebound in front, able to pick it up and tap it in and give your Penguins a 1-0 lead here in period number one. Let's update that scoreboard. Another play in the Valley Forge zone. Into the corner it goes, setting up there. Dangling with the puck, centering one through. It pops all the way past. That might not have been Vickers. Giving goals away. That was Bowen. I apologize. Bowen on the goal in front. Should have remembered the flow. the flow. So Bowen from Dixon and Foster. Pens drive it into the corner. I believe that is Bloom. Oh, nope, that's maybe Baru working it deep. There's one off the side of the net. And the Pens keep possession of it. Tapping it back. Shot comes in. I believe that's Lewarchuk causing havoc in front. Goes down in the corner. I think Lewarchuk's going to be 75. They have him as 65 on my sheet, but that's definitely him. Back into his own end to get it. Go the Penguins. That was Baru picking it up. It comes in on Squish. He pops it into a corner. His first action comes at about the 8:50 mark. Centering pass, cut off, and the Pens will try to exit the zone again. They will. It'll be Lewarchuk picking it up. He's got some flow too. He looks up and tries to hit. Heavens to Betsy, who was that? That was Zachi up front. Is he playing forward right now? Looks to be in the forward spot here. As Kumnik comes away with it, and he'll fly up the ice. He's got a 2-on-1. Dragging a foot is Baru. Kumnik in, and the puck skips into the net. Austin Kumnik on the breakaway. Let me rewind this for you folks. I'll get to the replay. There he is. It comes off the goalie, it trickles in, and as Valley Forge tries to clear it, it's popped in behind. And your Pens take a 2-0 lead here in the first. Puck battled for. Knocked forward, I'm going to say, I believe. Got to get used to the new numbers and new players, folks. I'm working. Pens will battle. Kicks free, that's Schweitzer. He's hammered along the wall. No call. Bloom gives chase. It comes out to Bowen. Bowen fires one across. Rebound picked up and fired in on net by Schweitzer on the backhand. That goaltender equal to the task there, keeping it a 2-0 game as the faceoff will come to the right of the Valley Forge goalie. As we get to know the players a little bit better, the broadcast will get better once they're in regular jerseys, but these 3-digit jobs are a little difficult to find. So we got 74 Schweitzer on the puck, working it back to the corner to Foligno. Foligno able to keep it in briefly, but back comes Valley Forge. They've got a 2-on-1, but look at the back checking here. Great back checking right there by Bloom, as well as Bowen coming back. They break the play up and send it right back up ice. Bowen on the puck in the Valley Forge zone. Valley Forge tries to break out. It skips past a Penguin stick, gathered in by Schweitzer at the blue line. He keeps it in and finds Bloom. Bloom will drive to the outside, does a nice head and shoulder fake there, sends one towards the net, and that's popped way up in the air before it's gloved and held for a whistle, and another face-off coming in the Minuteman end. 2-0 Pens, 7:10 to play, period 1. It'll be Goldberg on the draw. Back to the point, it skips to Kumnik. Kumnik will find Vickers. Vickers' shot skips wide of the net. Lewarchuk in behind. He finds Vickers. Back to Lewarchuk. Lewarchuk tries to center. It's off a skate. He gets in a battle on the wall. Valley Forge will look to come out. Kumnik does a nice job of pressuring the puck there. But if you watch this play, also notice 76, that's Vickers coming back and getting on the defensive side of the defenseman. That allows Kumnik to stay up there and keep the puck in the zone, and all this pressure is because of that great positioning by Vickers right there. As the Pens get the puck deep in the Valley Forge, and a shot comes off the goaltender, kicks in behind Goldberg. He tries to center it. It'll be kept in by Foligno. Dino Foligno puts it back in a corner. Goldberg will pressure. His pressure forces a turnover to Foligno. His shot down low, tipped by Goldberg. There are 2-3 shots in on net, and finally cleared by Valley Forge. Another 10-bell scoring chance there, as it's cleared all the way down off the stick of Kumnik, so no icing. It'll be Kumnik, the first one back to get it, as we hit the 6-minute mark of period 1. He wraps it around and finds the stick of 75. Who did we decide that was? We decided that one was Lewarchuk. He got it into the zone. Here's a shot from the outside, gloved and held. A beautiful play there on the break-in. Stopping the rifle shot from Lorzy. And we'll have another face-off in Valley Forge zone. It's Bloom with Schweitzer. And I believe Baru. Foligno on the back end with Zachi, who just fired, loaded up the howitzer, and let one go from the blue line that's gloved and held. Oh, no, that's Schweitzer on the other side, not Baru. So Schweitzer, Bloom, and Lohr here. Puck back to the point. Zachi, he'll fire another one. That's knocked down by two sticks in front. Popped out, kept again by Zachi, this time on his backhand. Two Valley Forge players collide, and Foligno will take the puck in his own end. Getting it up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer drives the zone. He's got Lohr trailing. Lohr will get there and chip it in. Now Schweitzer. He'll drive to the middle. He falls down on the play, gets back up as Bloom chases it down, but Zachi gets it into the corner. Working in the corner, Bloom. Following on Schweitzer. Kicked up to the half wall and cleared out by Valley Forge. They're unable to get it out of the zone, though. As keeping it in on that play was Lohr. Now Zachi at the blue line makes a nice move to keep it in. It's knocked off of his stick, and it'll be a 1-on-2 coming back as the Pens were changing behind. Foligno, nice job to defend to the outside, and I think that is Baru following on with pressure. In the Pens end, work back to the point man for Valley Forge. They go D to D, and a shot will come from the outside. That bounces around in front, and it's cleared nicely by Foligno, picked up by Lohr. Lohr will buzz up through center. He'll get a step. He's in on the right-hand side. He'll fire one high glove side, and that's stopped and held. Another nice save by the Valley Forge goalie there. That one was tapered for the corner. 4:19 to play, period number 1 in this spring showcase between your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite and the Valley Forge Minutemen. Face off by Goldberg. Back to Baru. His shot blocked. Comes to Goldberg, though. He kicks it skate to stick. It comes to Baru. He'll wind up, send one in on net. And that skips over the stick hand side, and it's in. You know what time it is, folks. It may be 2:21 here at the Lemieux Sports Complex, but it is time for you to head to your refrigerator, head to your cooler, reach down deep, and grab an ice-cold Baru. Grayson Baru with the third goal of the game for the Pens. That'll be Baru from Goldberg. And the Pens lead 3-0. They have it back in the Valley Forge end. Getting the scoreboard updated here, folks. Penguins doing their work. Valley Forge looks to clear pressure from Lewarchuk. He's able to keep it in the Valley Forge zone. In the corner. He'll do battle. He gets support from Goldberg. He's got a point centering pass from Lewarchuk looking for Baru backside. Foster keeps it at the point. Backhands it deep into the zone. And it'll be Goldberg in after it. He possesses and works down low. Trying to come out with it. Lewarchuk. Kicked over to the corner where Lohr will give chase. Down goes a Minuteman, and Lohr gets possession. He comes out in front, sends a backhander off a Minuteman player, and it's kicked out to the half wall where Valley Forge tries to break it out. It's cut off nicely by the Pens defense. Foster, shot there from Goldberg, rebound, kicking around in front. It's loose on the backhand. Can they get it through? One chance, two chance, three chances. Now I think it's Foster in behind. He's applying the pressure. 4 Penguins in deep. Shot comes from outside, and it'll ultimately be kicked free and cleared. And look at that job by Danny Foster to get back in the play. Got involved offensively as a defenseman, and he's the first one hustling back. Love to see it, love to see it. Zachi gets the puck behind his own net. Wraps around behind. Looks cross ice. He finds Bloom. Off Bloom's stick. Following on is Lohr, I believe. Bloom able to cut in front on the back check, free it up for Zachi. Kumnik. Kumnik's got one already today. He kicks it into the offensive zone, and he'll give chase. Will the Pens read it? Lohr's got to cover the point. Pens forwards don't read that Kumnick's got the puck deep here. And we could have trouble up high, but we have 4 players in deep. As they work it to the point, Zachi, toe drags one, he'll fire one just outside of the cage. Puck kicks free to the corner, and now the half wall. As Valley Forge will be able to clear the zone, right there on the back check is Blue. In behind Zachi, he tries to wrap it around. That's cut off and reversed. I believe that's Bowen. Bowen kicks it out into the neutral zone. Following on with speed is Bloom. He's cross-checked in center ice, no call, and back comes Valley Forge. Angling into the offensive zone come the Minutemen. They stop in the corner, look to center. That puck is cut off and cleared, and Bloomer's in after it. Up at center ice, battle ensues. Following on for the Pens, 76 is Vickers. But Valley Forge able to kick it back into the corner. It'll be Foligno in after it. He wraps it around looking for Foster. Foster behind the net. He's bumped. Good play there by Valley Forge as they wrap it around, but it'll be Vickers clearing it around, and I think this is Baru on the rush. Kick to the outside for Goldberg. Goldberg tries to cut back to the middle. Down goes the Valley Forge player. Goldberg still with the puck. He'll cut inside. He'll fire. Wrist shot up high. Stopped. Comes back to the point. Foligno. Foligno keeps it in. Right to Foster. His partner. Foster shoots backside. Rebound. Kicks out. A beautiful save there as the Pens keep the pressure on. It's kicked around behind for Goldberg. He wraps one around. That's stopped again by the Valley Forge goalie. Pens with a lot of pressure here as time winds down. That horn will indicate the end of period number 1. And we'll head to the first intermission. Your Pens up 3-0 over Valley Forge. Back here. Let me mute that. We are back live from the UPMC Lemieux Center where we have switched sides. We've tossed 15 more minutes on the clock. And we're going to play period number 2 with your Pens leading 3-0 over Valley Forge as Kumnick drives it in. Centers one. That shot skips wide of the cage. Kumnick be the first one there. He'll put it deep in the corner. He'll come back up and let the forwards get in after it. Schweitzer with some puck pressure, pops free to him. He kicks it into the middle, and it's underneath the netminder for a whistle and a face-off in the Valley Forge zone. We're getting a little better with the names. I'm working off a picture on my phone, so it'll be Vickers on the face-off. He's got Lowarchuk and I believe Baru. Zachi and Foligno the defense. Puck kicks free. It's popped up and in skating into it comes Valley Forge. They may have a breakaway. On the back check is Foligno. Overskating it as a Minuteman with the back pressure from Foligno. And Lowarchuk was coming up the middle too. Shot does come in on Squish. He kicks it to the corner. A clearing attempt by the Pens, cut off by Valley Forge, but it skips right free to a Penguin. Zachi was able to clear the zone to Baru. Baru will drive to the right side. His shot from outside skips off the post bar as Big Ben strikes one. A howitzer. Now it's Lowarchuk centering one. Goes past the stick of Bowen and kicked back out to center. And Valley Forge is on a 3-on-2. They're unable to gain the zone. On the back check come the Pens. It'll be Baru sending it cross ice, picked up by Lowarchuk. He looks to center one. It's kicked into the corner. He stays with it. Wraps it around. It comes free to the middle. Schweitzer sends one in on net. Kicked out by the goalie. And cleared up and all the way down. They'll say it was tipped, so no icing. And back in after it. Valley Forge centers it. It's off the stick of Foster. And cleared. I think I'm messing up. I think I'm calling a little too much Dino Foligno. And I'm missing a defenseman back there. We'll take a look. Foster, Zachi going. I don't see a 619 on my list. That's my problem. Oh, that's Dixon. Dixon's the other defense. And he's got the puck, and he hammers one towards the net again. That cannon's going to be useful. Bowen spins with it and sends it back in front. It ultimately kicks in on net. It's in the goal, but they're going to say face-off to the right of the goaltender. Been missing Dixon, so he's 19. And Foligno's 20. I got to remember those two on the D side. Face off by Bloom. Kicks all the way past Schweitzer. Picked up by a Minuteman. Schweitzer's able to keep it in for Bloom and pick it up. Sending one in on net. Rebound there. And it's popped past the goaltender by Ryan Schweitzer. And that's a spicy meatball. Schweitzer with the rebound goal on the cycle down low. That'll be Schweitzer from Bloom. And it's 4-0 Pens as Schweitzer tries to split the D again. That's not Schweitzer. That was Lewarchuk, I believe, trying to split the defense and getting another big scoring chance. I'm trying to update the score as all this is going on. And back come the Minutemen. It's a 2-on-1. Kumnik in between, sending it cross ice. Kumnik baits him into it and breaks the play up. Nice defensive play there by the Penguins defenseman. Kicks up off the glass. It's picked up by Zachi. He will find Lewarchuk. Back to Zachi. Off the boards, it'll be Kumnik now. Kumnik goes high off the glass, looking for Lewarchuk. It's kept in by Valley Forge, sent in on net, and Squish will kick it into the corner. Kumnik there to do battle. Down goes a Minuteman. Kumnik able to kick it in behind. Bank it off the boards for Lewarchuk. They'll try to exit again. And this time they'll get it all the way out to center, where Bowen, I believe. Oh, these numbers are killing me. Oh, they keep throwing me off. 75. Vickers. See, it looks like 716 on my screen, on my thing here, but he's 76. That's Vickers breaking up the play. It'll be Bloom on the draw. Puck pops free. That's Lohr driving into the offensive zone. He's got Schweitzer and Bloom going to the net. Tries to center it. That's kicked out, but it'll be Schweitzer in behind. He's looking. He'll center one cross ice, looking for Lohr. A shot in down low, stopped and covered by the Valley Forge goalie, and held on to. I'll try to get these numbers in order for the next game. It's Bloom on the draw. Schweitzer sends a backhander. That's blocked out front into the corner, but he gathers it back in and finds Bloom. One quick move, and he'll snipe one glove side, and what a dandy of a save that was. Schweitzer in behind, wrapping it around on his backhand. That kept out. Another try. Kick to the corner and cleared up to Bloom. Bloom will keep it in. And now it's, I believe, Foligno or Dixon. That was Foligno that time, keeping it at the point. Wrapping it around again. Schweitzer this time on the forehand side as it kicks back free, and Bloom sends one just over the net. Getting to it, Bloom. Lohr sent one over the net. Bloom cuts back in front, tries down low, and it's kicked out. Bloom in after it. Schweitzer does battle. It's wrapped around but kept by Foster. Foster plays it forward looking for Bloom. Bloom able to keep it in the zone. Now into the corner. Penn's getting a change. A bit of one anyway, as Foster drives into the offensive zone. It's kicked past him, but he'll hustle back, make the play to keep it in. It's Lewarchuk now. He looks cross ice, and there he is open. And Goldberg shot up off the blocker. The passing out here, folks, is phenomenal so far. This puck kept at the blue line by Foster. It kicks out over where Goldberg will take control, and he'll bank it off the boards, and they'll give chase. In after it, I believe, is Baru. Stick lift there, wraps around, cut off and kept in by Lewarchuk. He looks across, finds Baru. His fans on a shot, but sends a centering pass in towards Goldberg. It's stopped and held on to by the goaltender. Down goes a Penguin, knocked down in front. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the Valley Forge goalie. Pens in black, Valley Forge in gold. Despite what your scoreboard says below. So did that come up clear? I'm going to have to fix that. Maybe try to fix that during intermission. Looks kind of cool, though. Like the see-through Pens lead on the scoreboard. The scoreboard is mostly correct, as I forgot to update the period. A lot on the plate of this guy, trying to get new numbers down, Pat. It's Kumnik kicking it off the boards. I believe that's Lore. Valley Forge able to put it back into a corner, and we'll get Dixon in after it for the Pens. He overskates, but he gathers it in behind the net, wraps it around, and that kicks past the stick of 6'12", which is Bowen. Bowen able to send it back around to the other side. Battle will happen there. Lore is able to kick it out to center. Well, not getting it the whole way there, but Kumnik will. It'll be Bowen picking it up. He's got Bloom with him on a 2-on-2. Carries to the outside. Nice support from Lore. He's unable to keep it in as Valley Forge will try to break it out. And they'll flip it high in the air. A little Murphy dump out to center. And the Pens will look to regroup. It's taken off of a Penguin stick and brought back in by Valley Forge. While the Pens will counter again, it's Lore into the middle. Skating to the puck, Bowen. He kicks it over to the boards. Gathers it in, looks in front, sends a pass for Bloom. That's blocked, but it comes right to the stick of Zachi, who will turn, look, send one cross ice, a pass intercepted. Good look, though. Back on the defense was Foligno, breaking up the first rush. Valley Forge will try again. Foligno will be there a second time to break it up. He'll turn with it and kick it out up to Bloom, who carries it into the neutral zone and is able to get it the whole way to the Valley Forge end. He'll fire one high and wide of the cage. Getting to it, Vickers. Kicks free for Zachi. It's knocked past his stick by a Minuteman, and one-on-one with Foligno as three Pens get back. That shot goes in off the glove of Squish into a corner, picked up by Goldberg. Goldberg in a battle, Foligno there to support, and out come the Penguins. Banked off the boards for Zachi. Zachi carries over center red, backs into the zone onside. Oh, they'll say offsides. I think that was a good call as he backed into the zone, putting his line mates on the other side. We're a step ahead. Face-off will come outside of the Valley Forge zone for Goldberg. He's got Baru and Bowen. Gathered by Foster. Foster and Dixon on the back end. Foster will work it all the way up, and Bowen will give chase. Valley Forge goaltender out to play it right to Bowen. His centering pass kicks off the stick of Goldberg. Gets loose in front. The goalie's a bit out of position as they battle in front of the net. It pops free to Valley Forge, and they're able to clear. No further than Foster at center ice. He's trucked, no call. Bowen skates in, dangles one, comes back to the middle, fire a backhander up off the hip. He'll gather it in, get it back to Foster. Foster's shot off the leg. He'll step into another one, and this one zips wide to the blocker side. It's Dixon in after it. He keeps it in. Sends it down low for Goldberg. He looks for Bowen, skips over his stick. It'll be Baru. Baru getting there and able to break up a play, and Dixon keeps it in. Now Baru deep for Goldberg. He's got Dixon driving. He tries a wraparound. It skips the whole way through. Valley Forge keeps it in, but Goldberg the first one there. He'll wind up at center, firing it off for Schweitzer. His shot skips, just skips out. Doesn't get there. I'm sorry, that's Lohr. Lohr's shot again in on net. A centering pass, that time from Bowen. I'm sorry, Vickers. Vickers with the centering. I keep mixing up Vickers and Bowen, I think. So I apologize to the Vicker-Bowen families as I mess your kids' names up. And I think I got Schweitzer and Lohr a couple times mixed up too. But we'll do the best we can here. Schweitzer on the draw. Gathered in by Lohr. Lohr looking back in front, trying to find Bowen. Bowen back to the point man. It's Zachi. He keeps it in, wraps it around. Bowen will be the first one there. Spins out of some trouble. Kicks it over, trying to find the stick of Lohr. Knocked just past his stick by a defender, but picked up by Kumnik, who will dive in front. Centering pass for Bowen, and that skips in on net. It was not covered, but we do get a whistle. And a stoppage in play here with 4:08, period 2. Your scoreboard is correct, 4-0. The Pens lead Valley Forge. It'll be Vickers on the draw. Got it right this time. Wins it back for Foster. He shoots one from way outside. It skips all the way through. And equal to the task, the Valley Forge goalie. Wrapped back around, kept in. Battling, working. The Pens do their job. Gets it free to Lewarchuk in front. His shot blocked. Out to Foligno. Dino Foligno protects the puck. He'll center one. That's kicked wide. Down goes a Valley Forge forward. Pens able to keep it in, but only briefly as it kicks back out to center. Foligno gets there. He sends it up off the stick of Baru into the zone. Vickers will give chase. He's got Lewarchuk with him as well as we pressure the puck in behind. Trying to get a few things plugged in here, folks. Give me a moment. As the puck is ultimately cleared by Valley Forge, all the way down far enough for icing. And that faceoff will come the whole way back to the Penguin zone. We'll take this time to reach out for the first time on Cinnamon Swirl Productions to the head coach of the Pens Elite, Team Nelson, Trevor Nelson. Joined by Rob on the bench. Not sure the last name there. We'll get that for you for the next game. And assistant coaches, the Bluminator, Ryan Bloom. And from last year, Alex Kumnik. Kept at the point, skipped in on net by Dixon on a backhand. I think he can reach the net on a backhand from the blue line. That kid can shoot a puck. He also gets back, defends well, kicks it over to the boards where Schweitzer will battle. He's got Bloom in there with him. And Kumnik can support that battle on the wall, and out with it come the Penguins. Looking to dangle one is Schweitzer, but he'll kick it off the boards to Bloom, 2-on-1. And he's got Dixon up high. If he sees him, sends it cross ice. And rocketing one off the face of the goalie was Bowen. Good passing play there from Bloom. Come on. He's boarded. And we do get a power play coming here as it kicks in front. Player knocked down, puck still loose on the backhand, and he'll tuck it in! Bloomer! And I should have gotten that one, and I did get that one on replay. He was boarded from behind. He got back up, got right back in the play, and he's rewarded with a backhand snipe. And he's shaking, baking magic, making Landon Bloom. Makes it 5-0 Penguins. Face-off won by Valley Forge, but immediately broken up by Zachi. Carrying it in was Lewarchuk. Kicking it back out is Valley Forge. Pens Foligno will regroup in his end. He'll send it up off of the stick of Vickers. And right back to Foligno. He sends a backhand in front. Skips in just past the... Oh, he kicks it out. Off the pad. Pressured by Luarchuk. He turns with it. He looks for Vickers. His pass back out to the blue line. Zachy, he'll crank one up and fire it off a defenseman in front. Puck cleared by Valley Forge. Not out. Kept at the line by Zachy. Valley Forge will try a second time. This time they will get out. Hounded from behind by Luarchuk as a Valley Forge player, and Foligno takes over. He rims it around for Goldberg. He'll catch it going forward and kick it out over the blue line, carrying it into the offensive line. 3-on-2 develops. Trailing is Zachy. Driving the net is Vickers. He's shot up off the cage. Kicked back in front by Valley Forge. Vickers gives chase again. He'll battle on the wall. Sent all the way down, or all the way out of the zone by Valley Forge. Giving chase Zachy. Driving around him as a Valley Forge player cuts back to the middle. Back checking Luarchuk. Shot comes free. Puck comes free. Shot skips wide. A squish. Luarchuk gets there, and he's able to pop it up for Lure. He'll drive to the outside. Send it back to the middle. Luarchuk, but Bloom unable to keep the skate back. His leg needs to be about 2 inches longer for that. And with 21 seconds left, we head to a face-off outside of the Valley Forge zone. Remember, subscribe below. We want to see those subscription numbers come up. Send it to friends, family, whoever. Get them to subscribe as well. The target by the end of the season is 1,000. Bloom drives in front, looks for Schweitzer. He sends one in and kicks off of a skate. Comes free. Bloom tries again, a third time. And it's finally covered and held by the Valley Forge goalie with a ton of pressure in front. 0.3 seconds left in the second. And that'll end period 2. We go to the second intermission. We are here. We're back underway in the third period. I wasn't able to update the colors very well. I don't know what's up with that. We'll figure it out for us for next time. Maybe not next game. We got a little party in between. Looks like we're going to get a penalty here on the Penguins. It'll be Schweitzer. Had it off. Face off by Goldberg. Kicked up to the Valley Forge end of the ice. They try to enter the zone, but Kumnik there to send it right back out. Goldberg will get to it shorthanded. He looks to drive to the outside, does so, cuts back to the backhand, and that's kicked out. A great chance, better save for Valley Forge. As they kick it all the way down, it's far enough for icing here. 13:59. There's no penalty on the clock, so I don't know what time his penalty is over. $13:59 to play. Third period. Pens lead 5-0. It'll be Bowen on the draw. He's got Luarchuk. I believe that's Bowen. Shot in by Zachy off the stick of Luarchuk, shorthanded. The Pens try to tuck it in. A little bit more pressure. This coming from Vickers. Vickers and Luarchuk causing havoc shorthanded. It's sent all the way back out the center. Zachy will get there. He'll turn with it, and he'll dangle a couple players. He's in, but Vickers in offsides on the outside. Pens will get a change here, shorthanded. I don't know how much time left on the penalty to Schweitzer. Be about a minute, I believe. Kicked off the boards by Bloom, gathered in. He carries it to the right corner. He cuts in, carries behind the net. Sends it back in front. That skips over the stick of Bowen. But he'll keep on the puck, and it's in the right corner. Some more shorthanded work here by the Pens. Able to send it up and clear their own end, and they'll see if they can set up the power play. But Dino Foligno there to say, not so fast, my friend. And send it back into the Valley Forge zone. Bowen pressures, it kicks out the center, and we will get a whistle. 12:52, period number 3. Goldberg, Lohr, Foligno, Foster. The 4 penalty killers for the Pens. Valley Forge gets control. But that's cut off by Goldberg. And they will kick it out the center. Now they'll try to set up that power play. As they skip in, but they are step off sides. Breaking up the play there, Foster. Forge gets it out. Penalty over. Schweitzer joins the play. It's 3-on-3 for Valley Forge through center. Centering pass. Knocked up but cleared out by Foster. I'm going to take a second here and look for something. We'll leave you with the visual sounds as I need to look for something for the coaching staff or for the people on the doing the score. Pens have control in the Valley Forge, and a cross ice pass skips all the way free, and a shot stopped by the goaltender. Luarchuk gives chase, kicks the puck free for Baru. Down goes a Minuteman. It's Bowen keeping it in. I'm sorry, Vickers keeping it in. He sends it wide to the cage. Hook on Vickers, but he breaks the hook, sends one high over, skips off of a stick in front and sent over the net. Luarchuk gets to it. He sends it all the way through, kept in by Kumnik. He'll drive the right defensive slot. Luarchuk, nice job filling in there. Kumnik stays on it. It comes free to center. Luarchuk will put it back in, but Vickers unable to clear. Pens will get a line change. Faceoff will come outside of the Valley Forge zone. It looks like it'll be Bloom, Schweitzer, and Bowen, with Foligno and Zachi for the Penguins, and the squish in net. Offsides again, we'll reset and do it all over again. This time it's kicked into the Valley Forge end. Pressure coming. That pressure coming from Bowen. Valley Forge able to kick it out that center, but Bowen right there to take it back. His centering pass goes off of his skate and will battle at center ice. Valley Forge gets control, sends it into the corner where it'll be gathered in by Foligno. Dino Foligno sends it around to Schweitzer. He's tripped up on the play, but able to clear it out to center. Effort play there. Valley Forge with the pocket, center, it comes free, it'll be Bloom. Bloom on the rush. Skates to the right side. Looks back in front. Sends one in. And the goaltender equal to the task again as he takes that one and squeezes it tight. And it actually drops down into the leg pads, where he will go on a scavenger hunt to find the puck and do so. 9:43, period 3, 5-0 Penguins. Goldberg to take the draw. Wins it. Kicks it right back to Vickers. Vickers for Foligno. Foligno strong on that puck, able to keep it in. Gets it to Goldberg. His centering pass skips all the way across. Luarchuk will get there. He stops in the corner. Looks, turns, gets the puck taken from him. Valley Forge will try to exit. They got a 3-on-1. But look at the back check coming. There's Luarchuk on the back check. Makes it a 3-on-2. Looks like Vickers on the back check made it a 3-on-3. Now everybody's back, and Foligno has the puck. Gets it to Zachi. He controls it. Steps into the middle. Dangerous play there as it's knocked off of Zachi's stick. This time he'll wrap it around to the outside. Picked up by Vickers. He kicks it back to the middle on a breakout to Goldberg. He goes around 1-2-on-2 ensues. Goldberg and Schweitzer. Goldberg drives to the outside backhand, and there's a rebound. Tapped home by my man Finn. Finn Bowen with the tap. I'm sorry, Enzo Vickers, my bad. I give Vickers credit for Bowen's goal and Bowen credit for Vickers' goal. That's Enzo Vickers. On the rebound off of Goldberg's shot. And the Pens lead by 6. Backing into the offensive zone, but staying on sides that time was Schweitzer. Valley Forge looks to come out. There's Dixon in the way, and Bloom will get back to the puck. Bloom will drive the left side, kicks it around, and gets on the horse. Love the way he skates. Gets into the corner, stops and starts. Schweitzer follows on in support, kicks it free. Getting there, Lohr. Lohr drives to the middle. He sends a backhand pass all the way across. It'll be Bloom getting control. He'll run a switch with Schweitzer. Leave the puck, create some space. Schweitzer will step in off the goal line, drive into the middle, kicks one off the short side of the cage, stopped by the Valley Forge goalie. Cleared up but not out. It's Foster keeping it in. He'll wrap it around again for Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets there. Kept by Dixon. Dixon this time, the defenseman, drives into the offensive zone. Looks to center one after a wraparound. Able to fire it back behind for Bloom. He does a little nifty move. It's kicked off of his stick behind the net, though. Nice angling play by Valley Forge, but better pressure by Bloomer. He comes out, steps to the inside, will toe drag one, fire one in on net. Rebound sits loose, and it's stopped and held by Valley Forge. 7:24 to play, period number 3. Here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, the practice home of your five-time Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins. You see some of the banners up there in the corner. The Imperial March begins as Goldberg wins the draw. Back to Baru, who sends one glove hand side. It's stopped and held, and we'll have another offensive zone draw. Face off. Kicked out of the zone by Valley Forge, gathered by Zachi. He goes off the boards for his partner, Kumnik. Kumnik chips it forward, looking for Goldberg. It's past him to Valley Forge, but they'll send it no further than Zachi, who bats it up in the air and knocks it through center. Zachi to the outside. He sends one just wide of the cage. Pressure from Goldberg. Valley Forge with a nice controlled break, but it comes off of a stick. Luarchuk pressures, but Valley Forge sends it back to center. He'll be chased down by Kumnik, and he'll break it up at the FedEx logo. Back comes Goldberg into the offensive zone. Centering pass looking for Kumnik. It comes off a Valley Forge stick right back to Goldberg. He centers it again. It skips over the stick of Baru. He's bumped off the puck. Luarchuk will follow on as they spin it back out the center. Kumnik will gather it. His partner falls on the play, so he'll keep possession and carry around to the right. Cuts back to the middle. Drives it inside, and he'll send a twisted wrister past the glove hand side. The extra point is up and good. And it's 7-0 Penguins. A twisted wrister from Austin Kubnik. And the puck pops free to Bloomer. He chips it forward. A great poke check by the goaltender. We have a whistle. No one has any idea why the referee blew the whistle. I don't think the referee has any idea why he blew the whistle. But he blew the whistle, and we'll get an offensive zone draw for the Pens. Bloom on the draw, kicks it into the corner. Wraps behind, finds Foster. He'll fire one from the outside. A nice deflection in front by Bowen. It'll be Bloom on the draw. He's got Lohr and Bowen, Foster and Foligno. Face off won by the Pens. Back to Foster. Foster hits Foligno. Foligno with some time at the blue line. He'll kick it down low for Lohr. He cuts to the middle, loses control, and back come the Minutemen. Left-hand side. Cuts back to the middle. Foster there to break it up, and Valley Forge will step in, but they'll be offsides on the play. Good gap there by the Penguins' defense. Face off one, it'll be Baru. Up the right-hand side. He's bodied as he sends one in on net. It'll be stopped and held again by Valley Forge. That was a same direction hit there. Not calling too much of the physical stuff here in this one. 5:30 to play in the third. I believe the Penguins will be starting their game 4 against the New York Islanders, and there's in their attempt to add a 6th banner to the walls here at the UPMC Lemieux Center. Foster wraps it around behind. He's able to find Goldberg. Goldberg's up through center. He kicks it over to the outside. They're going to say Baru's in onside. I think that was a generous call there. Valley Forge able to get control and drive it up in through the neutral zone. Cutting back to the middle. Two players collide at center. That would be Dixon and a Valley Forge forward who's trying to rush the puck. Coming out from behind his net was Baru, following on Dixon. He blazes up the right-hand side, cuts back to the middle. He'll fire that heavy shot he has in on net. Following him was Victor's looking for a rebound, but it's covered up and held. 4:40 to play in the third. I want to thank you for joining us here on Cinnamon Swirl Television, a Cinnamon Swirl production. Special thanks to camera and Mike Zacchi, giving you the video feed for today, and producing myself, Jeremy Evans, and as well as commentating the voice of your 2011 Team Nelson. Excited to bring you the first of many exciting contests for this squad throughout the season as we kick off the 2021-2022 season here at home as we host our close friends from across the state in Valley Forge, the Minutemen. Had fantastic games with them last year. We'll start the spring season off here this year with with 3 more great contests today, tonight, and tomorrow. So hopefully you're able to join us for all of those. It's Bowen in the corner. Kicked all the way through to Kubnik. His shot fanned on. He'll get there first, though, and keep it in. Playing it down low for Lohr. He cuts off the half wall. Cuts to the middle. Uses the wide stance to protect it. Gets it to Dixon. Dixon spins and sends it cross ice looking for Kubnik. It'll skip back out to center. Pens will look to regroup, but Kubnik's under some pressure. Spun around. He'll stay up and kick it in behind the net to partner Dixon. Dixon's pass looking for Bowen. It comes off his stick and in on net for Squish. The one sent the whole way across the crease this time. Gathered in by Schweitzer. He's able to kick it up to Kubnik as they drive the offensive zone. A shot from Kubnik comes off up high. He's got a pair from the defense already. Valley Forge comes back. Pens need to keep on the back check, and they do. Coming back in, Schweitzer. He'll go right after the puck. Defending nicely. Zachi takes it away, and he's trying to exit the zone. Gets it taken, and in comes Valley Forge on a breakaway. To the backhand, and Squish there. Net is off. Squish makes the save. He got run into. Is he okay? He has the puck underneath it. And it's still out of the net, even though the net was off. The Squish tender with a 10-peller on that one on the breakaway. Went to his backhand. Squish got it. I think Zachi crashed into the boards, or into the net, sending the net off, but the puck underneath the Squish tender. Zachi will try the other side, this time kicking off the boards for Lewarchuk, and it'll be Baru giving chase as Valley Forge's goalie sets it up. The pressure from Baru forces the turnover to Lewarchuk. He's ridden into the wall. No call, following on Vickers. Vickers behind the net. He'll battle with 3 Minutemen. The Minutemen with the numbers, they'll come away with the puck. Kicking it off the boards and running the breakout. Up the left-hand side. Trying to go around Foligno. Banking it off the boards. Skating back in on the back check. Lewarchuk, I love his hustle and energy. He's hauled down behind, but able to kick it over to Zachi. He tries a toe drag at his own end. That's knocked away and possessed by Valley Forge. They'll send one high over the net off the glove of the Squish tender. He's trying to catch a foul fly ball there. Kept in at the blue line, but not for long. Following on Lewarchuk. He sends it off the stick of Vickers. Valley Forge will try to regroup. But right there, diving, but missing is Zachi, and in comes Valley Forge, sending one low off Squish. He puts it in a corner. Minute 26 to go in the third. Banked off the boards. 2 Pens collide at center, or in the middle of the ice in their own end. Battle on the wall. Pens have numbers. Can they get the puck? And they do. It'll be Foligno nicely pulling it out, finding Baru, I believe, up the left. Maybe Schweitzer. No, that's, I believe, Baru. He sends one in on net. That's stopped, held, covered, whistle, face-off. That face-off will come to the left of the Valley Forge goalie. 1 minute and 1 second left to play in the game. Bloom kicks it forward. Getting to it. Coming around behind. Looks up, looks for Dixon. He was a bit off balance, so he sends it right back to Bloomer, who cuts to the inside. Shot! Knocked out that time by Bowen. Back checking Bloom. Getting the puck, Foster. He'll turn and go to Schweitzer. Schweitzer carries into the offensive zone. Cuts into the middle, finds Bloom. Bloom will turn, wrap one around and look. Trying on the wraparound, that kicks free and the puck pops into the back of the net. Jabbing at it was Bowen and Schweitzer. I think Schweitzer coming away with the goal. .23 scores with 23.5 to play. Face off for Bloom. Back to the Valley Forge blue line. They go D to D. They'll try the right side. That's cut off by, well, it was going to be cut off by Dixon, but the official got in the way. Foster will be there to break the play up, though. He cuts back into the middle, kicks it out and all the way out of the zone, clearing the zone. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that'll end the first game of 2021-2022. And it's a shutout for the Squish Tender! Sweet buttery crumpets! That's a goose egg on the board. Join us again, 6:05 today, right back here at the practice home of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and home to your Pittsburgh Penguins elite, the Lemieux Sports Complex, Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, for another Cinnamon Swirl production on the 2011 Team Nelson. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you then.